Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Tazaya Amar of GMS Valdosta, Georgia, coming out with another weekly lesson. And I pray that it be edifying as well as informative. But first, we want to give all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Yekakadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say shalom and ahar to all the Agwas and Akwas that are striving and thriving in this same 100% true doctrine. Shalom, shalom. Today's lesson is based upon a current event that happened a few days ago. It was the Delaware Marathon. You know, and a lot of brothers have done lessons on it, which inspired me to do one. And as it was brought out, as the brother Gabar Awar brought out, there's a lot of spiritual connotation in this event. You know, you just have to pay close attention to different little scenarios that occurred during this marathon. But first, I'm going to get some scriptures, and then I'm going to play the video after I bring out some scriptures. And one of the scriptures that came to mind immediately was the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Most High Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. You know, a marathon is 26.2 miles. 26.2. And if you haven't watched this particular event, after running, I suppose, a little over 26 miles, this Jake that was behind quite a distance. I'm willing to say probably maybe 100, maybe a little more, a little less yards behind. But at this particular instant, he was sprinting as if he was running a 100-yard dash or a 220. And that's what brought this scripture to mind. You know, how in the world was he able to sprint like that after running 26 miles? You know, your body's supposed to have been ready to shut down at any point, at any given time. So there had to be spiritual. There had to be spiritual powers to be able to sprint at that pace after running 26.2 miles. All praises to Yahweh by Shem Shai. And with that being said, I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. You know, it's what the Most High got for you. You know, it's not what you think you can control. You know, I'm sure this guy that was leading the race, that he trained it, you know, tremendously. As well as the brother that was, you know, that was looked like he was, you know, wasn't going to be able to win. I'm sure he trained too. But it was the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that made the difference. You know, you can have all the skills in the world. You can be battle tested, more in numbers. But if Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is not with you, it's a whole different situation. And that was a prime example right there. There had to be spiritual powers to be able to sprint at that pace after running 26 miles. All praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rikakadash. The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 7. Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? You know, this is going into the fact that you can be your own worst enemy. You can be your hinder. You can be your snare. You can be that obstacle in the road, that pothole, that ditch. You know, you can be the one that interfere with your crown. You know, as the scriptures say, let no man take that crown. Hey, that includes you yourself. That includes you. Don't you be your hindrance. Don't you be your downfall. Keep your eye on the prize. Any man looking back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. And with that being said, I'm going to go to the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? Keep your eye on the prize. So run that you may obtain. Don't give up. Don't stop by the side of the road like the hare and the tortoise. You know, the hare rested on his leaves. You know, he had a head start. Such a long head start until, hey, you know what? He sat by the road and took him a nap. And while he was napping on vacation, hey, the tortoise was steady moving at a steady pace. A slow pace, but it was steady. And that's what we got to do. We got to endure to the end. We can't rest on our laurels and our leaves. You know, we can't say, well, I don't feel like going to camp today. You know, I've been going out diligently, you know, I've been going out there while it's raining. I've been going out there while it's snowing. I've been going out there while, hey, it's been windy. You know, I had a head cold or chest cold, or I had body aches, arthritis, and the list goes on. Those are hinders, deterrents, adversaries of the devil, of Satan, to get you, hey. You know, they say that this marathon race was decided by 2 seconds. Imagine that. You giving up, and at the point of you giving up, 2 seconds later, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua cracked that sky. After you done gave up. And with that being said, I'm going to see can I play this video. Portion of this video. So I could give me a minute. I had it set up, but the devil took it away. Satan at his finest. Just a minute, Salaki. Delaware Marathon. You can see the shot that the brother brought out. Watch the shot on these people's face. Look at the shot on their face. You know, this is just me speaking as a man. You know, it looked like that motorcycle cop had an attitude too. Did you see how he thought he was going to escort the winner all the way across the finish line, but all of a sudden the winner wasn't who he thought it was going to be. Then he whirled around and went the other direction. Yep. But anyway, in closing, I'm saying, hey, let's endure to the end, Aquas and Aquas. You know, hey, we can see this finish line. You know, it's just some mere feats in front of us as these prophecies are unfolding and manifesting themselves. We see that, hey, that the old gospel song, we ain't got long to be here. And with that being said, I'm going to close out by giving all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rikakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say Shalom and Ahar to all the Aquas and Aquas that are striving and thriving in this same 100% true doctrine. Shalom.